Hello, myself Sunil Nair, and here basically we are discussing about the future plans. What actually the future plan is. Future plan, how the future plans are basically decided. Nobody knows the future, right? Everybody says that this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this will happen. Few people says that basically we have created this. So according to that, the things for example, company says that basically, for example, Accenture company told that basically this is our certain level of plans, 6 month plan, the year plan, like this basically they decides the plan. So according to the plans, basically the task basically they do. Same way IBM, Microsoft, each and every company basically have them. Same way basically the Bollywood group says that we also has started doing plan. That is the for example Sholay movie is there. In Sholay movie, 1 lakh human souls basically are created. So 1 lakh human souls basically has created. That means there are energy level doctors of Sholay movie basically. How many types of attributes are there in the souls basically? Then only basically it is going to create into the real. For example, the requirement says that basically we required 10 lakh romantic people. So if you generate angry people, 10 crore, that's not going to work because the requirement is of the romantic people. And then they told that basically we required 5 lakh angry people. Then basically they select the film according to that basically, and then they create the human souls. So like that, the basically the attributes basically are decided. So this is also basically the future basically of the Bollywood basically, that how basically the Bollywood creates the thing basically, and according to the creation basically which is done basically by them, and the nuclear power company relation basically with the Bollywood group basically they creates the human souls. Then basically human souls gets into the market, and the um, for example, one of the managing director of the bank basically she told that basically I want actually I want Sholay movie human souls basically. Then basically literally they she basically demanded, right? So basically the energy doctor basically told that basically okay, you can dump this Sholay movie, you just do one thing, eat this basically fruits. Sholay movie energy, sorry, Sholay movie human souls is automatically going to interact to your body, automatically going to come to your body basically. Just condition is basically sperm should be perfect. If sperm is not perfect, then basically it's not going to generate. So sperm should be perfect basically. So like these things are basically there. So like this basically same way basically each and every industry basically are planned. Software industries are planned. So this is about future plan of the Bollywood basically. So that's basically their requirement. Basically. They don't create any story, but they takes parts in the world creation story. Basically, world basically is one story only. You can say world is basically created as a story only. For example, in India, basically somebody told that that city basically which is going to generate. For in that basically the people are going to react this way only because the writer basically has written the story. That is the writer means nuclear power energy person basically. He has written the story that in this city basically the people will be like this only because he has already written basically, he has already written the story of the particular city. So according to that with the very Bollywood group basis do the starting advertising that basically this city is 100% like this only basically it's going to create. It's not a short term plan basically, it's a long term plan because to create the brain basically it takes lots of year basically. So nuclear power company who says that basically this is the future of this particular city, here the people are going to be like this only. According to that Bollywood group basically know that this city basically are going to be like this only. According to that basically they launched their human souls in the city also basically. Just see the connection basically, each and every connection basically. So here basically the responsible group will be government basically. They have to take care of each and everything basically, and they are basically going to pass the human source data into this particular city because they know basically that this city creation is like this. If by chance basically somebody says that the human cells, sorry, the city thinking basically has to be changed, then basically the nuclear power company pass the data according to that. That basically takes time. According to that, basically the human souls basically is passed according to that period basically. Then only basically the success thing basically is going to happen. So basically the his brain basically how when basically his brain is going to create like this basically, that the human source group basically must know basically, that basically the government groups knows that, because they are sending the data na? So government group says that basically in this time period basically the each and every people brain will be like this basically, so it's very dangerous basically, not dangerous basically, very dangerous. So according to that only the human souls basically have to pass. So this should be give basically which name basically I don't know. Dangerous will be the very small name. You can give infinite dangerous basically. This you can give as a name as infinite dangerous. Reason behind I will tell you. For example, Earth planet is going to move that side after a certain time. So according to that, basically the energy has to create, right? Energy has to create. One city told that basically our basically energy is like this, but the requirement basically is totally changed, and this city basically has been selected also. Just see basically how dangerous it is. So immediately the nuclear power company change their blood cells, brain cells automatically gets changed. According to that, the human souls also basically, because when you are changing the blood cells, that time basically you can't stop the birth. You can't stop the birth, right? Because you don't have any authority. Few countries says that basically we have stopped the birth also basically. We have to do, our requirement is up to that level. So that type of countries are also basically there. They are basically very dangerous. If they can stop the birth basically, then you can just imagine up to what level digitally they are powerful. So here basically India is not up to that level powerful basically. So they can't stop the birth. So the birth basically souls basically they are going to pass. That should match that particular changed blood cells data. Up to that level basically it should be accurate. So this is also basically one of the future plan basically you can say, and this is the very dangerous future plan, which basically says that basically anything can happen. So this future plan basically need the one software basically, and that this software 100% we don't have. So software company need to create this project, and basically software group basically who are basically the software company owner basically, they are always basically thinking or always basically searching for the problems basically wherever they find. And few software company basically they have their tempos, so small tempos also basically, so that basically if they can found the problems from tempos basically also, tempos, trucks, even basically the heavy weight vehicle also basically, they lift the lots of heavy items basically. So up to that level basically they have passed their products basically, so that basically they can get the problem and they can create the immediate they can basically give the immediate solution basically. So this is basically one problem basically, easily basically you got the one project. This basically problem this product basically might be famous in the across the world basically, because human souls and the immediate basically the requirement comes to the each and every city by the satellite group. Immediately the nuclear power company changes the blood cells data. According to that basically you should be prepared of the human souls data, the birth basically need to control. So exact process basically, that is basically need to create basically. So for that basically AI basically, for lots of people says that Microsoft has created AI basically, but mostly this project will not be there in AI also. So AI basically it artificial intelligence, that is one actually project, and that contains that basically actually one person asked me actually what is AI. Then one person told that AI equal to SAP, and SAP equal to set of ready-made projects. So this basically small definition basically, yeah, you can convert this example into definition basically. This is the small, because it's very difficult to generate the definition basically. It's very difficult to generate the definition. So AI equal to SAP, SAP equal to set of projects basically. So that is the basically main thing. That basically says that that is the AI. So the Microsoft 100% might not have added this project basically. 100% I am telling you. So, in if I say that AI is equal to set of projects basically, which is created by I don't know how many groups basically, that also basically can be. They basically Microsoft basically wherever see their project basically, they just purchase this basically, and they basically like this basically. I don't know how up to what level purchase basically that they have done. So they thought basically these many projects basically what we will do here basically. Then one of the person basically might have given idea basically we will do one thing, we will create one component that is basically that component basically name we can give as a AI. So that is basically the artificial intelligence. So like this basically that project, that's why basically I told that that project might not be exist in the IT software industry. So basically this project basically will be very useful for the across the world basically, not only basically to one cities basically, it will be useful for the across the world basically. So like this basically this is also one of the very dangerous basically infinity dangerous basically this word actually I have given infinity dangerous. Infinity means no limit of the dangerous basically. So infinity dangerous project, this is going to be created by the set of software companies, whatever basically, because one software company can't create this, that basically I can guarantee you basically, because this contain entire software industry ideas. So one software company, it's not possible to create basically, because few people say that if you want to create this type of projects, the master is basically with that software company, because it's created, entire software industry is created like that basically. If you want to get this type of projects, go to that company. They are basically master into that. If you want to create those type of those type of projects, then basically go to that company basically. So like this, basically the entire projects are basically divided according to Lee. So like this, that's why basically I'm telling you every basically that's why basically I told that basically this project basically which name basically you can, this name basically you can give us an infinity dangerous project also basically. Infinity dangerous projects. This name basically you can give basically. Or basically you can say that I infinity dangerous IDP, infinity dangerous projects. So IDP will basically name will be good basically for this project basically. So here basically entire mapping will be there basically of the, you can basically in AI basically after creation of the project is completed, this project also basically can be added in the AI. But if you add the project in the AI Microsoft basically, and that is basically name is itself the infinity dangerous project basically, that is the IDP, then you can just imagine it. So mostly basically this type of project basically never gets into the AI. That AI is SAP. SAP is equal to thousands of thousand types of projects basically. And this is basically the future of the software industry. And just in this video basically we have discussed the future of the Bollywood industry. In Bollywood industry, if they gets any problems, then basically the software industry basically jumps into it. Like this the software industry comes into the picture. So software industry basically future also basically just now basically I discussed here basically we generated one more project basically, one more basically you can say project basically for the software industry. And basically Bollywood basically say that basically we always basically keeps watching the software industry, because software industry story basically whatever things basically are getting generated, that we only generates. So whatever things basically going to be launched means going to be great. For example, this project basically I told you. So this project basically the Bollywood groups are going to do analysis basically. Bollywood group basically are doing the analysis. Huh? Assume that this project basically uh, Bollywood groups have the idea of these projects, but software industry basically still basically they don't know that this type of project is going to come. So just see basically how basically the projects are basically getting, they done the analysis because they have the information of each and every city, each and every city, how the city is, each and every city's energy. According to that, basically they do the plans. They done the analysis. They told that basically this many energy will be going to be required. So according to that, they told that basically this many cities going to be need to prepare. So they started. If the project is 100% need to do, if the money has already spent it, money the quotation has given, the proposal has accepted, like this, the bill payment has done, like this, each and everything basically has done. Then basically the project starts basically for the project simultaneously the construction part also basically starts for this project. For example, this project is required basically 1,000 buildings, and in 1,000 city will be in 120 countries, 130 countries. So like this basically things are there. So like this the construction part also basically started. So this is also basically the future basically just now basically we decided how the future are decided basically. In this basically we discussed the Bollywood future, and how Bollywood basically is connected with the software industry. That also basically we decided. In next video, basically we are going to discuss a little bit more about the what actually the future plan is and how basically the future data are basically decided by the set of groups.